Namaste. Welcome to day 13. We have been working on balancing the core complex. But you might be asking yourself, what does it mean on an emotional level to have a balanced solar chakra? Well, when in balance, a person exudes confidence without being arrogant, feels self-motivated, and has a great sense of purpose. One expresses appropriate self-discipline, which shows as being responsible and reliable. One has a warm personality with good sense of humor, able to play and to be spontaneous. One has strong willpower, which enables meeting challenges. Now, with a deficient third chakra, the individual is passive, becoming an easy target for manipulation and victimization, has poor self-discipline, and can be labeled as unreliable. Is perceived as cold, both emotionally and physically. Has low self-esteem, which can be represented by a collapsed body. Experiences low energy, and it's attracted to stimulants. On the other hand, with an excessive solar chakra, the individual can be overly dominating and manipulating, needs to be right and to control, is stubborn with violent outbursts. It's overly competitive and ambitious, can be overactive and attracted to sedatives. And one can be arrogant. It's important to note that imbalances in the third chakra can manifest as disorders of stomach, pancreas, gallbladder, and liver. And as we continue to explore our core complex over the next couple of days, it's also important to understand an essential aspect embedded in our core: the gut. We're going to further details about this concept during my 21-day program, but I want to give you a hint of what this means. The gut is our second brain. And our gut health determines our ability to sustain the quality of our life. Studies have shown that a disrupted gut microbiome can cause anxiety and depression-like symptoms. According to Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga, ama, toxin that accumulates due to impaired agni, the digestive fire, is also formed from unresolved or unexpressed emotions, which then creates mental ama. We get stuck either in the past with grief and sadness, or we're worried about the future. The key to live in the present, mindfully. Practicing mindfulness burns ama. So close your eyes. Arrive at the present moment, as if there is no past to revisit and no future to plan for, just the now. Drop the mind into the body, the sensations. What is it like to find your sitting bones evenly rooted? Is it possible that you have a tendency of leaning over to one side? Can you press through the sitting bones as you press through your feet? And root to rise, to expand. And after a few moments that you did so, notice the tendencies of the body to go right back to your habitual patterns. Once again, bring the awareness to what's happening in the body. Press through the sitting bones and bring energy up your entire central channel, which is known as Sushumna Nadi. Bring the attention to the tips of your nostrils and observe the flow of the breath in and out through the nostrils. There's a particular trail the breath takes in and out of the body, the natural breath. Can you follow that trail? Invite the breath into your belly. So yesterday, we explored the practice of pranayama called Bhastrika. We'll go through one round of Bhastrika pranayama to awaken the core. But this round today, we're going to explore lengthen it a bit. So we're going to be here for about a minute. Deepen the breath for the next few moments. Find the awakening of your core complex with your exhalation rather. And as you empty the next breath, prepare. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, empty the last breath. Inhale normally. Can you visualize the fire? Like the sun radiating from your solar plexus, from within into the world. Take a moment right here to bring your palms together in front of the heart. Take this opportunity to set an intention for your practice today. And as you slowly open your eyes, get off your seat. Place both blocks to the front of your mat. Come up to a standing position. If you had a blanket or anything under your seat, just place it off to the side. We're going to bring the feet like mat's distance apart. Because of my orientation with the mat, it's a little hard to see, but the feet are wide apart. Bring the palms to your thighs. And then take a moment here. We're going to practice a few rounds of cat and cow, observing that as you inhale, the back of the body contracts. And as you exhale, the front of the body contracts. You're coming into a cat. Both sitting bones at this point, both feet are evenly grounded. And if I turn sideways for this, bringing the attention to the tailbone. As we inhale, we're going to lift the tail, anteriorly tilt the pelvis, and begin to observe the action on both sides of your waistline. Then exhale, drop the tail, posteriorly tilt the pelvis, and notice again the same area, both sides of the waistline. Noticing that the front of the body is contracting, so the back of the body tends to open up to create space. Now, as you continue to move with your breath, is it possible that one side of your waistline has more dominance, has more power to extend your spine? Take 2 more breaths here. Then come up for a moment. So Right at your waistline towards the back of the body, there's a groove. I want you to take your thumb and place it right at the groove. Finding the depth, you might find a little density there that's speaking to you. Just dig the thumb in there. I like to turn my fingers back so that I can really get a good glimpse. And then bring your right side of the body into a flexion. So right shoulder towards the right hip. Can you feel the lateral movement biting into your thumb? Then bring it back to center. And exhale, go over to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. Try it again if you haven't found it yet. The position where you feel the torso biting into your thumb. Go ahead and explore a little bit more. I mentioned a few anatomical terms when we first started this segment. So bring your feet closer together just to explore this in a different way now. So here you have the thumbs at the groove of your waistline. Now, inhale with both feet down. As you exhale, take your left foot up in the air so you're hip hiking on that left hip. Can you feel a cable popping into your thumb on the left side? We are exploring the position of the quadratus lumborum. Quadratus lumborum is individually, it's a pair of muscles. Individually, it laterally bends your torso, along with the multifidus, along with many different other muscles, including your obliques. Now, what happens if you shift over to the other side? Is it different? Taking a right foot off the ground? Bring both feet down and switch from side to side. Can you take your hip a little bit higher? Inhale, bring the hip down. Exhale, take it over to the other side. Switch a couple of more times. Complete this last cycle, right and left. Then bring both feet down, arms by your side. Take a wide step again. Bend the knees, place the palms to your thighs. Now, as you inhale, you can extend the spine. As you exhale, can you draw the right side of the pelvis towards the right shoulder towards the right side of the pelvis? So you're contracting the right side with what's happening on the left. Then inhale, come back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale over to the left. One more time on each side. Inhale, bring it to center. extend the spine. Exhale to flex, posteriorly tilting the pelvis. Now that you have awakened both quadratus lumborum individually, notice what they do as a pair. Individually, they laterally flex the spine, but as a pair, they assist all of the back muscles to extend the spine. So anteriorly tilt the pelvis. Inhale to extend. Is it different? Exhale to flex. Inhale to extend. Exhale, right shoulder to the right hip to the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, center. Anteriorly tilt the pelvis, open up the heart. Exhale and flex the spine. Inhale to a neutral spine. Exhale, right shoulder to the right hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder to the left hip. Inhale, center. Extend the spine, lift the tail, open it up. Exhale and flex. One more time. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, right hip to the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left hip to the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Anteriorly tilt the pelvis, extend the spine. And exhale to flex. Inhale to a neutral spine. Extend both knees. Exhale, press through both feet. Come all the way up. As you make your journey up, there's a lot going on, but focus your attention in both QLs, allowing you to extend the spine evenly all the way to the top. Pause there for a moment. Now let's include the obliques in this game. So, bend your knees again. Shake your wrists if you have to. You can always play with your tail against the wall. Place the palms to your thighs. As you inhale, you're going to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, you're going to take a twist over to the left, pressing the right hand on the right thigh. Move the heart center all the way over to the left. Inhale, come on back to center. Exhale and draw it over to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale over to the right. Always pressing the hand on the thigh, the opposite direction as you twist. One last time on each side. Inhale. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale over to the right. Inhale, come to center. Extend the spine. Exhale and flex. Inhale, find a neutral spine. Extend your knees. Exhale to come all the way up to stand. That was fun. Now, bring your blocks, one block on the mat, the other block ahead of the mat. Step your left foot into the block on the mat. And then bring your right foot up. So imagining an imaginary block underneath that right foot. You're going to bring your hands to your hips. Stand nice and tall, like a Tadasana. As you inhale, you're going to drop the right foot towards the earth, so the left side of the hip is hiking towards the shoulder. And as you exhale, you're going to draw that right side of the hip towards the right shoulder. Let's do that again. Inhale, drop that right side of the hip down. And exhale to bring it up. 6 more times. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale to bring it up. 5 more. Keep your left knee micro bent, but lifting that kneecap so that you're engaging the quads, so that you have a good support on your root. 4 more. And 3. Paula, can I be holding onto the wall? Well, not holding onto the wall, but maybe placing your fingertips at the wall. As you complete this last one, exhale, right hip towards the shoulder, hip hike. Then inhale, bring it down. Step the foot down. Align your toes. Align your hips. Left knee still bent. Next time you inhale, sweep your arms around and all the way up. And exhale to fold over the legs. Left knee is bent, right knee straight. So your pelvis is in the center here. But you're going to grab that second block. As you inhale, come halfway up with the torso. So you're engaging through both sides of your torso. Extend your left knee. What, Paula? Exhale, can you fold a little bit more? Get deep into the area you were just very active on. Do I have to lock my knee? Absolutely not. Never locking the knees. Can you walk your fingertips over to the right side? So the further you reach with that left hand, the more access you have to the left side of your waistline. You're still breathing. Stay active in the present moment. Both heels are down. Left knee is straight. Next time you inhale, start to come back to center. Nice and easy. As you exhale, bend your left knee and let the pelvis return to the same level. Press through both feet evenly, elongate the spine. Come all the way up. With a smile, there's a second side. Step the left foot down. Bring the right foot up on the block. As you extend your right knee, left foot's floating up. Hands to your thighs, hands to your hips. As you inhale, you're going to drop that left side of the pelvis towards the floor. As you exhale, lift it towards your shoulder. Now, how curious are you to test your QL one more time in action? Can you find that groove of your waistline now? Looking for that cable popping into your hand. You have 6 more. In the present moment. When you complete your last one, you're going to hold the left side of the hip up towards the shoulder. Then inhale, step the foot down, bend your right knee. As you exhale, with the toes aligned, fold over the legs. Pelvis is in line. Yes, you can do this. This side is very different. You might even still be feeling this hot water bottle sensation on the left side. That is your fascia speaking to you, my friend. The next time you inhale, come halfway up with your torso, extend that right knee. This is an asymmetrical forward bend. Yes, your left heel is going to want to come off the ground. Can you encourage the left heel to stay down as you straighten your right knee? Fold over the legs. Begin to walk your fingertips all the way over to your left. Take 2 more breaths here. Then inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, bend your right knee and allow the torso to return to the center. Allow the pelvis to align with the floor. Next time you exhale, press through both feet. Come all the way up, utilizing both sides of your torso. Extend to come all the way up. Pause here for a moment. Step both feet down. Find your way into Tadasana and observe. Can you sustain the length of your torso? Beautiful. Let's go down to the mat. We'll grab a hold of that roller. Oh, there it is. Taking advantage of all that heat that is now active in the area we just worked on. Have the roller align with your mat. And find the center of your roller with your lower back. So, we're going to come back into the roller. Both knees are bent. You can place your hands out to the side. I want you to move from the space above your sacrum all the way towards the bottom ribs, back and forth. You're still breathing. There is no better way to breathe. If you find that when you go in one direction, you need more access to power, you exhale in that direction. You are utilizing your core here to sustain your position on the roller. So you're rolling towards your feet and up towards your lower ribs. At some point, you're going to find a groove on your waistline. So as you inhale, you're here in the center. As you exhale, roll on over to the right nice and slowly. Oh yeah, that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Most likely your torso will find the edge of your roller. Then inhale, come on back. Find the groove of your waistline on both sides. And exhale, take it over to the left side. Keep going. Nice and slowly. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. I know it's delicious, isn't it? Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, move over to the other side. Do that 3 more times. Have you found anything special yet? As you begin to roll over to one side, there might be that 1 or 2 trigger points that spoke to you. Would you like to bring your attention to that trigger point and just hang there for a moment? Then you continue the journey. Inhale back to the center with both waistlines in line with the roller. Exhale over to the other side. Did you find something interesting on this side? Oh, I didn't recognize how different they are. Yes. I'm sure by now you have recognized a lot of differences in the body. Is it possible that now, as you roll from side to side, there's more space, so the sensations begin to change? Last one on each side. When you get back to the center, can you roll again from the space above your sacrum all the way back and forth? Is it different now? Beautiful. Now sit up, cross your legs, find your sitting bones evenly rooted, and notice the action and reaction of the work you have just done as it supports your ability to sit up tall. Bring your ruler off to the side. Take your bolster and place it across the mat. Turn around so that your back is facing the bolster. Bend your knees and allow the upper ribs and mid ribs to find your bolster. Knees are bent, sitting bones on the ground. Little by little, you begin to blossom all the way into the pose. If this is a little bit much and there is a resistance in your lower back, how about you take a blanket instead and fold it to place in the same area, right in the back of your ribs. Going towards your shoulder blades. Now, roll over to your right side. So slide or pick up your hips and move them over to the left. Drop yourself over to the right. Let your right lung find the center of your bolster. Keep your right knee bent, your left knee bent, but let the left inner knee rest on your right inner foot. Rest your head on your right upper arm. And allow that top side of the pelvis to move away from your shoulder. If at some point this feels amazing, you're going to take that left arm up and over the ear. And every time you inhale, fill up that left lung with your breath. And every time you exhale, allow the top of your pelvis to move away from the shoulder. Take 4 more long breaths here. Now this is deep. So as you complete your last breath, bring your left knee to meet the right. Bring that left hand right in front of your heart so that you can press and slide yourself towards the back of the ribs again. I'm going to change my orientation with you. Now you're going to roll on to your left side. and have the left ribs on the bolster, using the left upper arm as a pillow. Left knee is bent, right knee is bent, but you're going to allow that right inner knee to rest in your left inner foot. How can I modify this, Paul? You have a few options. If your right knee is not meeting your foot, you can actually place a block so that your knee can rest there. Same idea. Allow the right side of your pelvis to move away from your shoulder. And if it feels good here, take your right arm up and over the ear. Every time you inhale, fill up that right lung with the breath. And as you exhale, allow the top of the pelvis to move away from the shoulder. 4 more breaths. Remember how deep you are. So as you complete this last breath, take your right knee to meet the left. Bring the right hand in front of your heart so that you can transition onto your back. Find your original position with the bolster under the back of your ribs. Open your arms out to the side and just observe. Can you feel both lungs with your breath now? Now, when you're ready, you're going to roll over to either side so you can remove the bolster. Place the bolster under your knees. You know what to do. The blanket under your head. And get yourself ready to receive the gift of Shavasana. This is one of those practices you want to keep very accessible in your toolbox. You're starting to create an imaginary yoga toolbox with many different practices that you can go back to often, especially when you start to see the progress, the evolution. As you get yourself ready to surrender, take a moment to visualize whatever is happening in that solar plexus area. I leave you here to receive the gift of being. Being with yourself. Being with the sensations in your body. Being with the sensations in your mind, your breath. As I bring my palms together in front of my heart, I bow to the divine intelligence at the lotus of my heart. to honor and respect the light within me, radiating it out into the world to honor and respect the light within you. Namaste.